Alright. Everything should be working fine. Alright, so this is a new what if, and if some of y'all are wondering if anybody even watches my videos, but to the people who are, you probably wondering, yo, um, where is where's the next part to what if Deku was a hunter from my Destiny 2? And see, I was gonna drop it. Well, like, here's the thing. I was 30 minutes, I was like 35 minutes in, right? But like my phone, I forgot to change it so like it like turned like basically I forgot to change one of the settings where like it does so it doesn't dim out after like 2 minutes of not like interacting with it. And after like 30 minutes, it like turned off because I was interacting with it and I forgot to interact with it, so it just turned off. Um, and I just thought like I didn't lose 30 minutes of footage, but like the footage just cut off after 30 minutes. I didn't feel like recording it, so you know I kind of lost motivation to do that what if. So um yeah, I'm doing a new one. I wanted to do this one for a little bit. Um yeah, so um yeah, so this is what if Deku was not was but like basically what if Deku was like Isidori Yuji, specifically like the manga, like at like near the end of the manga, like when he was facing off Sukuna. So obviously he's not gonna get most of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Off rip, that'd be too broken. So I'm gonna make his quirk like, well, yeah, he's gonna have a, well, actually, nah, he's not gonna have a quirk. He's gonna have cursed energy, and he's gonna be the only one with cursed energy. We're not doing the other stuff where he gets cursed energy, and there's like 30 other people, like 30,000 other people are cursing it down. No, he's gonna have cursed energy, but I'm gonna make it so like he has like cursed energy, and I'm gonna make it so quirks are like cursed energy. They're basically quirking. They basically like cursed energy. That like, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I had some on my nose, but they basically like what am I trying to say? They manifest into basically they're like, do I want to? Nah, yeah, like, scrap all that. He has curse energy. Everybody else just has quirks. He's the only one with curse energy. All right, so okay. I might have to talk in a lower voice because I have my mic plugged in and I might sound a little loud. Um, if I sound loud, just turn your volume down. It's like nothing I can do about that right now. I ain't got no like software. So I'm 3 minutes in. I'm yapping. Let me get to it. um. So yeah, he's All right. So Deku's born. You know what I'm saying? Um. He has like he has bright pink hair in this one. So he kind of has like his hair kind of looks like in terms of color, it's kind of like Mina's hair, but like a bit brighter. And is it? I forgot Deku's dad's name. I think it's like uh something. It's H. It starts with an H. And he's like, huh? His hair is pink, but my hair is black and her hair is green. And she looks at Inko, and he doesn't want to believe it because Inko, you know what I'm saying? It's Inko. And he was like, have you been sleeping with somebody else? And she was like, no, no, this is our son. I don't know why his hair is like this, but this is our son. And the and his dad's like, oh, can we get a DNA test? And they get a DNA test. He's like, yeah, this is your son. And he was like, oh, okay. He's relieved, but like, you know what I'm saying? Going on in life, uh, he's like, he was like, yeah, this can't be my son. His hair is like bright pink. He has like a lines under his eyes. There's no way. So he dips. He dips because he thinks Inko was cheating on him, which she wasn't. Just Deku came out looking weird, and the reason why is because his curse energy. You know what I'm saying? So what was messing with his genes and stuff. So yeah. So fast forward, Deku's like he's 3, you know. He's in kindergarten, or not kindergarten. He's in preschool or whatever school. I think they're in preschool or something like that. But yeah, he's in preschool. You know what I'm saying, with Bakugo, and from like at his age, he's like unnaturally strong. Like for a kid his age, he's 3, but he has the strength of like a 13-year-old on crack. So he can do some unnatural stuff at his age. So he's always been naturally strong. He has like a lot of he has like some friends. Bakugo being one, and Bakugo's like, oh, I can't wait to get my quirk, uh, so I can be a hero. And Deku was like, yeah, I can't wait to get my quirk. On top of my strength, I'd make a pretty decent hero. You know, he's still a fan of All Might, but in this timeline, he's not like a big super like fanboy like he was in canon. Um, he's more he likes like he's more of a fan of like those martial artist type of heroes. You know, heroes who like use their hands instead of some flashy, super strong quirk. Because All Might, yeah, he uses his hands, but as All Might, he's one-shotting villains and stuff. So, you know, he's more a fan. He's a fan of Aizawa. Aizawa, because Aizawa, he uses his scarf in like cool ways. And it's a scarf too. So he's using his scarf in different ways. He makes like for the lack of his quirk, like his quirk, like Aizawa's quirk is good. It cancels quirk. It cancels his quirk, but it doesn't give him some type of buff. So he makes up for that by being really like what I'm saying, throwing good hands. So Deku, who he admires that, he likes that. He thinks that's really cool. So he was like, yeah, I want to be a hero like Eraserhead. And sorry, some of my nose. And Bakugo was like, Eraserhead, who's that? It sounds like some fodder. And Deku was like, oh, it's a hero. He is. Yeah, sorry, give me a sec. But yeah, he's like, his quirk erases other quirks. And Bakugo was like, that sounds lame. He's probably some stupid hero. I mean, what's the point of erasing a quirk where, what I'm saying? What I'm trying to make him say? Like, he's like, oh, well, I guess that's cool. But what's the point of erasing a quirk when you're just gonna get hit by somebody who's better than you anyways? And Deku was like, oh, well. Deku just doesn't know what to say. Like, Deku's like, well, no, because if you're gonna erase the quirk but you do anything, then they're just useless. And Bakugo's like, whatever. So they're chatting, they're chilling, they're you know what I'm saying, playing and stuff in the playground or something like that. And what's it called? So the next day, right? Then it plays like canon. Bakugo, his hand starts to spark and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, look at my quirk!" And everybody starts surrounding him, and he was like, "It looks like firecrackers or something." That's what the kids are saying. And Deku, he's like, "Oh wow, that's so cool." So, and he's like, "I wonder what my quirk's gonna be when I unlock it." So, yeah, so they're just, what I'm saying, over there at Bakugo watching him use his quirk. And the teachers come in and it's like, alright, Bakugo, yeah, you unlock your quirk, but there's no quirk usage in here. So he stops using his quirk, and, Bakugo, he starts getting cocky. Because he has a quirk now. Like everybody, because he's like one of the first ones to unlock his quirk in there in his classroom, and everyone's just what I'm saying, glazing him down. And Deku's like, oh well, I get my quirk next day. I'm saying it's Saturday, and he goes to the quirk doctor. She's like, mommy, let's go to the quirk doctor. And Inko's like, alright, Izuku, get in the car. So they drive up to the quirk doctor, and quirk doctor does run some tests. Long story short, Deku doesn't have a quirk, and there's like he doesn't have a quirk, but he has some weird little things in his body, and you're basically just saying like, um, you know, that he has these different little body. They just say he has these things in his body, and if you've seen, I'm gonna say, um, I wish I had a better image, because I have the image from I think this is the like after like the aftermath of the Shibuya incident. I think so. Like the image I was trying to go for, I was gonna get like download was the one against Shijoku, basically usually with the little arms. But I'm gonna say he has those arms, like he has arms, but they're like like just embedded in his body. He has to do something to awaken him. So they're like he has these things in his arms, um, and they look pretty strange. So you should probably keep an eye on him. But yeah, and it looks like his body is like enhanced, but that's like the only thing that's going from. So watch his arms, you know. Yeah. Other than that, no, he doesn't have a quirk. He's quirkless. So Deku, he's kind of hurt by that. Like, not only does his body look kind of weird, like he has some weird stuff in his body that could be hurt, like could be harmful. Not only that, but he's quirkless. Like he just doesn't have a quirk at all. So, you know, um, 12 minutes in, we haven't even got to you. So, yeah, next day, after Sunday and stuff like that, it's Monday. He goes, and he was like, and everybody's like, oh hey, they're asking everybody what they did for the weekend. And Deku's like, I went to the quirk doctor. Everybody's like, oh, what they say what your quirk was? I mean, you're really strong. So you probably have like a enhancement something, like a strength quirk or something. He's like, yeah, I'm quirkless. And everybody just in the whole room just gets silent. You know, um, everybody is Bakugo's like, I don't have a quirk, you're lame. And Deku, he's like, oh, I mean, maybe I'll get my quirk someday. You know, and then days go by, no quirk. But Bakugo, he tries to bully Deku, but I'm pretty sure in the anime Yuji doesn't like bullies, so Deku he ain't playing with that. Every time Bakugo tries to bully him, it just doesn't work because yeah, he might have an explosion quirk, but what's Firecrack's gonna do when you're like what 4 years old and you're trying to fight a dude that has the strength of like a 13-year-old? You're gonna get washed. Firecrackers are not. So every time he tries it, what I'm saying, he gets whooped. So yeah, fast forward, they're in middle school, and Bakugo, he keeps on trying to bully Deku, but Deku, what I'm saying, he's been getting stronger. What I'm saying? Deku, he's like, yeah, I ain't got no quirk, but I'm gonna do something about it. So he's training. This man's strong now. He's ripped and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna say his strength is like his strength now. Yeah, he's pretty strong. He's decently strong. I'm saying he's been getting the reps in. He got like a 6-pack and stuff. So Bakugo, he tries to bully Deku, or like Bakugo, he's been trying to challenge Deku for like years now. I'm being honest, it's 2-30. The only two that Bakugo got was because, let's be, it's over 30, but Bakugo counts as 2-30 because Deku, what I'm saying, he those 2 times he was ducking the ones because it was his mom's birthday. So He was like, yeah, I ain't got time for this. So he ducked the ones, those 2 times, but the rest of the times, you know what I'm saying? He was scrapping, and he won like every single one of them. So he ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no weakling. Cause this is Yuji we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we got to the little, what's it called? The thing, the encounter. So the teacher walks in, he has the papers, and he's like, I brought out your little slips to see what you want to do for the future. Da da da, that is blah blah blah. He was like blah blah. I don't even know why I brought these in, cause I know you want to be heroes. And he throws the papers up in the air. Everyone starts screaming, using their quirks, trashy quirks at that. And Bakugo's like, he gets up on the desk, does a little speech. I'm the only one that's gonna be good anyway in this crappy class, crappy school. I'm gonna be here, the richest. I'm gonna be the strongest, best, most famous, most richest hero ever. Da 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 da. And Buck goes, and not Buck, but the teacher's like, oh, I mean, with your physical test and your school test scores and your grades, yeah, you have a really good chance at getting a UA. Oh, and there's also somebody else here. And Bakio, he goes wide-eyed. He was like, what? Because he thought that he was the only one, who even thought of going to UA in that class. And the teacher, he says, oh, and Suka Midoriya, you also want to go to UA as well. Bakio, he gets mad and he turns to Deku. He was like, you don't even have a quirk. You're trying to get into win, eh? You trying to get into UA? You must be stupid. There's no way that accepts some quirkless loser like you. And Deku, he ain't having none of that. He was like, quirkless loser? Ain't this same quirkless loser beat you at 30-0? Like, bro, and then they started accepting quirkless people too. Like, are you really that slow in the head that you don't know this simple stuff? Always trying to get at somebody for what? You gain nothing out of this. And Bakugo, he's like, oh, what did you say? And the teacher's like, alright, you two, break it up. There'll be no fighting to my class. If you two fight, I will be sending both of you to the principal's office. And Bakugo, he stops, because Deku, he wasn't even going to fight back, because, he was going to fight back, obviously, but, like, they wouldn't really need to, because you knew the teacher's going to say something. So, at the end of the day, it's the end of the day, Deku's packing his stuff. And Bakugo, he grabs Deku's hero notebook. And of course, Deku, it's Deku we're talking about. He still has the hero notebook, He might not be a big fan of All Might, but he's still a hero nerd. So, he's going to have that. Because, why wouldn't he? Side rant, that'd be pretty useful. Like a hero notebook, that's really useful. Like that, what I'm saying? Imagine you're going against imagine one of the heroes go rogue, and you gonna need that because what I'm saying, that has the weaknesses and stuff like that in there. So, that's something useful. But yeah, so Bakugo, he grabs Deku's notebook, and Deku, he was like, give me my notebook right now. And Bakugo, being stupid, he was like, or what? And Deku, he was like, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Give me my notebook. And Bakugo was like, you're all talking, no bark. You're not gonna, you're all barking, no bite. You're not gonna do nothing. You loser, quirkless. And before you even get the next word off, the Deku, he slams his fist in Bakugo's face. And he knocks a tooth out. Bakugo, he dropped the notebook. And Deku, he grabbed the notebook, put it in his bag, and he was like, I told you. And he jumps out the window before Bakugo even got to say anything. He was like, that little nerd. So Deku, he goes home. Well, he's going home. Yeah, but he takes the path, and the sludge villain pops out, jumps out, and Deku, he was like, what is that? So, suddenly he's like, kid, I need your body. There's no time. And Deku, he's like, you freaky frog, what are you talking about? So he's about to run away. And the sludge villain sends out some of his sludge to go capture Deku. And Deku, he's dodging and weaving until the sludge villain throws some of his sludge, but it wraps around Deku because he didn't think it'd just wrap around him. So Deku, he's getting sucked in, and he's trying his hardest. Like he's trying very hard to get out. And he's tensing up his arm, trying to swing at it. It's not doing nothing because it's obviously sludge. But then Deku, he concentrates on his arm, like he concentrates on his left arm a little bit, and Kurt's energy starts popping out. And he swings at it, and it like knocks a chunk out of the sludge villain. And this is when Deku unlocks his quirk and quotes, but it's really just Kurt's energy. So he punches at it, and the sludge villain's like, I told you, it's not gonna do nothing. And then the chunk, like I said, the chunk just flies out of him. And he was like, what? And his divergent fist. So, because Deku, he has poor control over it. So he knocks a chunk out the sludge villain, and he was like, what is that? So he starts doing it again, knocking like small chunks out the sludge villain, because that first time he was panicking, he just started throwing stuff. So now he's just knocking small chunks out the sludge villain, but you know what I'm saying, it's small chunks, he's just gonna come back. So now he's gonna suffocate it, and All Might pops out the super drain. He's like, I am here. He does like a Texas, I think it was a Texas Smash, but he does a Texas Smash, and he gets a sludge villain off of Deku. And Deku got knocked out but Deku got knocked out by the wind pressure, and All Might just like slapping him like in cannon, and Deku, he gets up. He was like, oh my gosh, it's All Might. Hey, can I get your autograph? And he opens his notebook, and autograph is already in there. He was like, oh wow, thanks All Might. And All Might, he was like, alright kid, well could you help me pack up the sludge villain? He was like, oh yeah, sure, All Might. So Deku, he's helping All Might pack up the sludge villain, and All Might's about to blast off. He was like, All Might, I have a question. And he was like, oh yes, what is it? In the canon he blasts out before he can even get out. But since Deku helped him pack up the sludge villain, since it didn't take as long for Deku to get up, All Might just has like a little bit more time to spare. And Deku was like, well, I don't have a quirk, but I'm like crazy strong. Do you think I could become like a quirkless hero of some sort? And All Might, he looks at Deku, and he sizes Deku up. He's like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, kid. No, not in a million years. There's no way you could even think of becoming a hero with no quirk. That's just the reality of it. People, people are gonna. You could even be a danger to people if you had like no quirk and you tried to be a hero. And Deku was like, but what about Eraserhead? He borderline doesn't have a quirk. And All Might's like, yeah, he almost doesn't, but he does have a quirk, and that quirk is strong. It erases quirks. That's the thing. He has a quirk. You don't. So don't even think about trying to become a hero. You only get yourself killed, or even worse, others killed. So he blasts off. At Deku, he just gets a sour taste in his mouth. He's like, wow. I guess this is what it means by don't meet your heroes in real life. So he's walking home, and here's an explosion. And he looks to where the explosion could be, and he runs over there. And he sees it, just in cannon, Bakugo stuck in the sludge. And he's about to walk off. But he was like, I want to become a hero, so I can't just leave someone to die. So he's like, even though I don't like him, he dashes in, he's running, you know what I'm saying? He's just running, He's not even thinking, he picks up a rock and just imbues it with cursed energy unknowingly and chucks it at the sludge villain, blowing its eye off. And the sludge villain, he screams. It's like, oh, you stupid kid. And he staggered long enough for Deku to grab on the Bakugo and just yank him out the sludge. And the sludge villain, with the one eye, he looks at Deku. He was like, I'll take your body instead. And he starts to, grab at Deku. But Deku, imbuing his arm with cursed energy, unknowingly swats the sludge villain away, blowing a piece of it off, albeit a small piece, but long enough for Deku to jump back. He grabs Baku, he just starts running, and Baku's like, "Let go of me, you damn nerd!" And Deku's like, "Dude, wanna die?" And you know what I'm saying? And him and Baku get out of there. All Might, he buffs up, he takes out the sludge villain, and Deku was like, "Well, that's that." So Deku, he's walking home, and Bakugo pulls up saying, "I didn't need your help, you damn loser." And Deku was like, "Whatever, bro, leave me alone." So Deku's walking back, and All Might pops back up. It was like, "Kid, I saw what you did out there, and I apologize for what I said." And Deku was like, "Yeah, whatever, All Might." Cause he's still mad at what All Might said. You basically just disrespected that. All Might basically just disrespected that man. And All Might starts explaining. He was like, "Well, I have a proposition to make." Yeah. And Deku, you know what I'm saying, despite him still having that sour taste in his mouth, you hear like, the number one hero, like the most famous person in the world giving you a offer, you just, you can't turn that down. And so Deku was like, "I'm listening." And he was like, "Well, hold on." So he explains one for all for one, the little thing, and he was like, "I'm gonna give you this quirk." And Deku was like, he was like, "I want to give you this quirk. It's called One for All." And Deku, he's thinking about it. And he was like, "Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just got this quirk, and I don't even know how to use it yet. But if I get another quirk instead on top of that, then I don't have to worry about this quirk and that quirk. And what the outcome of it is probably going to be a negative. So, I don't know. I have to recheck, but the offer is still up. And I figure out what this quirk is. I'll come back and I'll take it. Maybe so I'm doing this because I don't know if I want him to have the quirk or not." So All Might was like, "Oh, okay, but like, let me train you at least." If it's just on train, because All Might is like the worst teacher ever. But Deku was like, "Alright." So they go to so Deku, he gets his number, he gets All Might's number, and that sour taste he doesn't have that sour taste anymore. So he goes back home, and he's chilling now. So next day, skip past, next day, Degama Beach, because it was like the next day was Saturday. Not Degama Beach, yeah, Degama Beach. So All Might's like, "Alright, we're here," and Deku was like, "Okay, what did you need me here for?" So All Might was like, "Well, originally the plan was you take my quirk, you accept my quirk, and then I was gonna have you train. I was gonna train you, but you didn't accept it yet. But I'm gonna still train you in quotes, heavy quotes, just in case you do take it. So basically, you're gonna clean this whole thing when summer starts. Like, not summer, but like once the 10 months starts for you, wait." And Deku was like, "This whole beach, you want me to clean it?" And Almost like, "Yes, you." And Deku was like, "We," as in French, like, "Wait, we," like, not we. Almost like, "Yes, you." Deku was like, "Me," as in like, like, the me character off of the me, after the we. And Alma was like, no, you clean this whole beach. And Deku was like, yo, there's gotta be some other way. And Alma was like, well, if you're open to any suggestions, let me know. And Deku was like, alright, I guess I will. So, skip forward 10 months, Deku cleans the beach, in like way faster than Candace, since this is Itadori Yuji. This is you know what I'm saying, Yuji Deku, so he's like way stronger. So yeah, I'm gonna put him on a scale. Deku as of right now, like his strength, he is like in terms of Yuji strength. The first time he fought Mahito. Actually, don't wanna. Yeah, the first time he fought Mahito. So he's at that strength at the end after cleaning up the beach. Deku, he was like, alright, I got all this strength, but like, said almost like, you cleaned the whole beach. Deku was like, yeah. So, he's straight at a streak. So he was like, well, I mean, I still don't know if I even want the quirk. He's been training his quirk a little bit. His arms, like his arms, in the manga, where his arms, swap to like the flesh arms, or whatever they're called in there. Now starting to show signs of looking like that. Like on the top of his arm, on the top of his arms. Like I think it's like your but yeah, like you know in the manga, his like it's starting to like, it looks like it's like a big old like line trying to bulge out. Is like his fingernails and his fingers look kind of sharp. Yeah, it kind of looks like, it looks like a half baked version of the ones that you you see in the manga. So yeah, it's like my body being acting weird. And he was like, almost like, what do you mean? So Deku, he goes over, like, it's like some trash over there. He was like, look. So instead of punching it, he slashes at it. He cuts it. He just like makes like a slash type of thing. No, it's not like cleave or dismantle. It's like, him scratching at it. And it's like really sharp. He was like, I can do that, but like kind of hurts a little bit, because it's like it's sharp, but like it's like his claws. It's like his like claws thingamajigs are trying to come out, but it's like stuck behind his skin. So yeah, but it kind of hurts a little bit. So you know what I'm saying, I gotta punch instead. I'm almost like, you ever thought of like trying to focus on it, just trying to throw something out? And he was like, yeah, that just doesn't do anything. So I was like, huh, well, that's weird. Well, maybe if you keep on training, it'll do something. He was like, yeah, probably. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so I thought that too. But yeah. So we skip forward. UA entrance exam. Deku, he dips. He says about his mom. So they're going to the. He's going to the UA entrance exam. Catches his bus there, and he's walking in. He was like, this is one big building. So he's walking, right? Sorry. Yeah. He's kind of locked. He's mildly locked in, so he doesn't trip. So no or rocket interaction. But he's walking in. He's about to walk in, and he gets shoulder checked by Bakugo. But instead of Deku getting, like instead of Deku getting shoulder checked, it's actually Bakugo getting shoulder checked. Because he has to bump into Deku, but Deku's like a brick wall. So Bakugo, his shoulder hurts. He's like, oh, you stupid loser, move out the way. Move out of the way, you're in the way. And Deku was like, bro, you had all that space. You wanted to walk behind me. Get a grip, bro. He's like, get a grip, dude. And Bakugo, he starts getting mad. And Deku was like, there's no point in even trying to fight me here in front of you, wait. I'll smoke you, even over here. Don't try it. And Bakugo, he gets mad, he walks off, cause you know, it's the truth. He can just see it. You know, Deku, he got a little taller, he got a little bit more shredded, and then his arms look kind of weird. So, you know, yeah, um, yeah. So the entrance exam starts. For the written portion, Deku about barely scrapes it, cause he forgot. Not well, yeah, he gets what he got in canon. And yeah, maybe even a little bit better since he actually had some time to study. Um, and he had some time to study some martial arts. He has Yuji's fighting style mixed in with some mixed in with some other. But he has some whatever you want him to have mixed in it. He's mixing it. So if you want him to have some like some peekaboo boxing, some smash boxing. That sounds crazy. Sindel's fighting style, and Hajime no Ippo, Taijutsu, basically whatever you want him to have mixed in there, he has mixed in there. But his main fighting style is Yuji's fighting style. Uh, I I forget what it is. It's something China. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that's gonna be racist, but yeah. So he basically has that fighting style. Here comes the robot portion, right? Deku, he's sitting, he's chilling. He moves up a little bit because he wants a good start, and he sees the girl freaking out. He's like, huh? She's freaking out. Let me go give her some words of encouragement. So he's walking over there, and he's decently fast in this one, but he's not like on some Ida type of speed. But he's fast. He's the like if you watch the anime, you know that scene where Yuji picks up Nobara and he like dashes through the forest. That's how fast he is right now. And I actually might be faster. I don't know, but he's like that fast. If it is fast and Edith, then he's fast and Edith. But if he's not, he's not. But I think it is, seeing as he just completely blitzed over there. So he's relatively fast, right? Fast, not fast, but he's relatively fast. So he's walking over to Uraraka, and Ida coming up. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna go to strike that door, da da da, this and that, this and that." He was like, "Bro, chill out, man. I'm just going to the front. We don't have to escalate this." And Ida was like, "Oh, my apologies." Deku lying like crazy. He's going to the front. He makes a hard left, and he's talking to Uraraka. He was like, "Hey, you okay?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just kind of nervous because this is gonna completely change our entire lives. Yeah." And Deku was like, "Huh? Well, never thought of it like that." He was like, but that's not the question. Are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm just a little nervous." And he was like, "Well, he was like, "Well, what's your quirk?" And she was like, "Oh, it's zero gravity, whatever. I think it's called zero gravity." But she was like, basically anything I touch, it starts to float. And when I put my hands together, they drop down. It was like, "Oh, that's a really strong quirk." With a quirk like that, you shouldn't have to worry about you not getting in. Because you can easily just touch the robots and just make them float in the air. Just touch like, what, 30 of them? And then drop them. I'm pretty sure it's like 30 straight to get in you and get in one day. You should be perfectly fine. Don't stress it. Just take your time. Well, at a good pace. And she was like, "Yeah, you're right." So, gates open. And he was like, "Well, good luck. I see you in a UA." And he dashes off without, President Mike saying anything. And people was like, "Oh, that's cheating. That's cheating. They didn't say go yet." And President Mike opened on the intercom. Yeah, all of you all of you should be following his lead. Nobody tells you to start fighting a villain incident. Follow that guy. So everyone's like, oh, yeah, sure. And so they start going out too. Now, mind you, Deku, he just took out like 6 robots already. So he's going crazy. He's punching them. Like he's just punching through metal at this point. He like uppercuts. He's literally throwing robots all over the place, and it's a robot. It's a 3-pointer. He was like, "Okay, I wonder if I could take this down." So he goes in, punches it, puts a big old dent in it, and it hits him in the chest. He was like, "Oh, you little!" So he grabs out of it. He embeds his hands in it. He rips the arm off, and he rips the arm off. And he punches it with his own arm, and destroys it. And he's just going around tearing these things up. So he racks up about like 40, maybe 45 something points, and then he gets some hero points too from saving some people. So he gets a good amount of points. So he passes. Yeah. So, and he's chilling. He's walking around. Robot comes in. He just completely demolishes it, and he hears some rumbling. He hears and feels some rumbling, and he sees some people running the opposite way. He was like, what are they running for? So he hits that corner, and he sees it. The zero point is just coming in. He was like, oh nah. So he's about to take off, and he hears a cry for help, which is obviously Uraraka. So he was like, oh, I gotta go help her. So he goes over to her, takes Robo off, and just because it's funny, he chucks the rubble that was on her. He chucks it, just launches at the zero pointer, knocking some of his face up. Not like some. Oh, he completely knocks it like his face up. No, he just knocks like a minute of his head off. It's like he knocks a noticeable bit off. So, and he grabs her, and he does the exact same scene what he did with Nobara, and the little lines coming out of Uraraka's eyes, indicating that they about to blast off. So he just starts dashing. He's gone. He's just, so he gets out of there. And they stop at zero point. The event ends, not event, but the thingy ends. And yeah. So we're 41. It's 42 minutes in, and we haven't even got to the. Oh my gosh, I've been talking and just yapping, but yeah. So the thing ends. I might have blisters. So the thing ends, and Deku goes home. Gets later. He got first place. So now they're in UA. He's like, huh, these doors are really big. So he gets in there. Well, yeah, before he, all my congratulates him personally. Yeah. So he walks in, and he sees it. He sees the scene. Ida beefing with Bakugo. He was like, of course he's here. I mean, talking about Bakugo. And Bakugo was like, he sees Deku. It's kind of hard to not see Deku. You know what I'm saying? Dude, lines under his eyes, like some thick, not some thick, but the lines. You see it in the picture. The lines under his eyes. Saying pink hair, puffy too. But in this one, it's not like how it is in Canon. It's kind of like it's not as much hair. It's not as much hair as it is in Canon. So yeah, I'm gonna say his hair looks kind of like Yuji's, but he has like a little bit more hair. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to miss Deku. So Bakugo was like, huh? How did you get in here? And Deku was like, I got in here by destroying robots, just like you did. He's not too fond of Bakugo. Since Bakugo's a bully, he doesn't like bullies. So he was like, I got in here just as you did. And Bakugo, he's like, no, there's no way. You're a quirkless loser. You don't even have a quirk. You must achieve it. And Deku, he was like, yeah, alright, bro, whatever. Whatever you say, whatever makes you sleep better at night, I guess. So he sits down, and Uraraka walks in, and he was like, oh, you're the boy that saved me. So they start chatting it up, and Aizawa, he wakes up. If you come here to make friends, I suggest you leave now. Put these on and meet me outside. And Uraraka's like, what about orientation? And Aizawa's like, what about orientation? I have X amount of years, X amount of years to make you to shape all of you into good, strong heroes, and I'm not gonna waste a second of it. And Deku, he's looking at him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, huh? He kind of looks familiar. Long hair, scarf, black suit thingy, majiggy. Huh? And Deku's like, hey, aren't you the pro hero, Eraserhead? And his eye was like, at least somebody here knows class. So, you know what I'm saying? He goes in the locker room. He puts on a tracksuit. Well, not track. He puts on the little blue suit, not suit, but the blue, clothes, the stuff, that stuff. Um, and he takes his shirt off. That man's shredded. He's shredded. He got scars on his back because he went in the woods for a little bit and did some training and stuff. Well, he did some training, but it's mainly some of them are from mainly him like scratching on his back with his hands because he has to wear gloves sometimes. He has to wear a lot of like leather gloves, so he doesn't like because he doesn't know how to like retract them because he can obviously retract them, but he doesn't know that yet. So he has to wear leather gloves, and sometimes he just itches his back. And he forgets to wear his gloves, so he completely scratches like the entirety of his back sometimes. So he was like, "Oh wow, bro, you got scratches all over your back. What type of training have you been doing? That's so manly." Coming from Kirishima, obviously. And Deku was like, "Oh yeah, these are my hand actually. Yeah, for some reason they're like claws kind of. So like I scratch my back and I forget, and I just like scratch the entirety of my back. Um, yeah, some of these are from training, and they're like, wow." And Mineta is doing his previous stuff, and Deku, he doesn't do nothing. He still doesn't. I mean, yeah, he does something. He's like, "Hey man, that's not cool. I don't think you should be doing that." And Mineta's like, what do you mean this is stuff left from our previous upperclassmen. We have to fix." And Deku was like, "Yeah, bro, no." He just punched Mineta. Um, so they go out, and Aizawa he calls Deku forward. Yeah, he calls Deku forward. So he was like, "Take this ball and throw it as far as you can." Wait, no, wait, hold on. Yeah, he was like, "All right, number one, like the person who got number one in the entrance exam step forward." And Bakugo, thinking he got first place, he starts stepping up, all cocky and smug. He was like, "No, not you, him." He points at Deku. He was like, "What? I got first?" Wait, what? I got first? Like, I did just break like 40 robots. Hey, he got some hero points. Deku, with the points he got plus the hero points, he got like 78, like 76 hero, like, yeah, 76 points. So he was like, "Oh yeah, I take it like 70 some points." I'm gonna say Bakugo got like 35 points. Um, yeah. So yeah, Deku he grabs the ball. Bakugo, he's fuming. He was like, "There's no way this quirkless loser got first place. He doesn't even have a quirk." And Deku he grabs the ball, and he just says, "Throw it as far as I can." Yeah. No. He was. Zawa had asked him, "What was your highest? What was your highest score in the ball throw that you had in middle school?" And Deku was like, he thinks about it. He's like 283. Yeah. I saw it. He was like, impressive. So he says, "Throw this as far as you can, quirk included." And Deku was like, he's in his quirk, and he doesn't know how he's gonna, make his quirk, hits the ball. So he imbues up Chris energy, and does like a good old baseball pitch. He just launches it. He just launches it up in the sky. He gets like 800 something. Yeah, Bakugo, he's looking at, he's like, "I can get better." So, um, Yeah, so Deku, he's walking back, and Bakugo, he's walking up. He shoulder checks Deku, but like what happened before, Bakugo was the one who got shoulder checked. So he's like, ugh. And Deku was like, you're gonna, the more time you're gonna, and Deku was like, if you keep on trying, you're gonna break your shoulder, dude. And Bakugo, he got the ball. He was like, shut up and watch me beat your score. So he charges up and he just launches it. He gets what 736. He was like, what? There's no way. So he turns to Deku, but he's charging at him, and Bakugo, he's about to do an explosion. And he was finna cancel his work to stop him, but he saw Deku getting a pose, and Bakugo gets hit with a manji kick. And if you played Jujutsu Shenanigans, oh please, I junk is. Oh, I hate that skill. It's basically like a counter that sweeps your opponent. But yeah, he manji kicks him, and Bakugo's on the floor. Deku was like, "Don't try that again, or it's gonna be your face next time." Bakugo, he gets mad, so they go on about a thing. Deku, he gets like low second, high third place. So yeah, he gets third place. I don't know what place Bakugo got, but I'm gonna say he got like fifth or something. Actually, no, I'm gonna say Deku, he got second place. Yeah, so Deku, he got second place. Momo obviously got first, and yeah, so on and so forth. Yeah, okay, so fast forward, heroes versus villains. I'm gonna try to do this for this as an hour, but yeah, heroes versus villains. So All Might bust through the door. I'm coming in here through the door like a normal person. Whole class starts, geeking out. They start like, what I'm saying, they going crazy. Deku, he's like, oh hey, it's just All Might. So no, he's like, alright, so we're gonna have the heroes versus villains. But before we could do that, like I always say, the clothes make the pros, which is stupid. You say you can just walk up with a tank top and with some jeans and be the best hero ever. So yeah, Deku was like, it's kind of corny, whatever. He walks up with the same drip Yuji has, the the Jujutsu, he basically just walks up with Yuji's drip. You know what I'm saying? The navy blue pants and jacket with the little red thingy. Basically, he just walks up a UG strip. And with the red shoes and stuff like that. But he has like some other stuff. I'm gonna say, he has. I'm gonna say he has like the slaughter demon on his hip. Yeah, he has a slaughter demon on his hip. So he's walking out, dripped out, People was like, oh, hey, well, I mean, that's what you're wearing. He was like, yeah. What's wrong with it? He was like, some people were like, well, I mean, it looks kind of plain. He was like, yeah, that's the good thing about it. It's plain. It's not too flashy. I can move around in it. If it gets destroyed, well, it's easily replaceable. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, that makes sense. And same thing goes in canon. Deku is paired up with Uraraka, and Bakugo and Ida. So Bakugo, after finding out they got paired up, Bakugo, he looks at him with a menacing glare, and Deku, he sees that. He doesn't even pay Bakugo on mind. So Uraraka's like, what's his deal? And Deku, he's like, I don't know what his deal is. He's been like that since middle school. Not middle school, he's been like that since preschool. And Uraraka's like, whoa, is this a long time rivalry? And Deku's like, yeah, nah, not even the slightest. Score is like 0 to 31. It's better be 0 to 32 after this though. Uraraka's like, well, I'll help you any way I can. So match is finna start. Deku and Uraraka coming over to playing, and Uraraka's like, so do we have a plan? And Deku was like, well, Plan number one, get past Bakugo, because knowing him, he's gonna bum rush straight towards me. Number two, find what floor the bomb is. Yeah, Uraka was like, well, that's gonna take a very long time. And he's like, well, off just visual, knowing that either kid, he's probably gonna put it all the way up at the top. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna deal with Bakugo, but I want you to run all the way up and try to find a bomb. So Uraka was like, alright, sounds good. So they're going in, and Deku, he can already hear explosions and Bakugo scream like, "Where are you, you loser, you Deku?" And Deku, he was like, here we go with this. So Bakugo, he blasts in. He was like, starts smiling. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you." And Deku was like, "That's not." Well, I mean, you're right here. I mean, you are a villain now, so guess it's that guess. So Deku's like, yeah, but you're not doing that. Bakugo, he was like, "Wah." So he charges at Deku, you know what I'm saying, blasting on me, he tried to hit him with a, what is it called? A clothesliner, or whatever. He hits him with a, tries to hit him with a right. Deku easily dodges it. Man, like, bro, this is Itadori Deku we're talking about, bro. Shoot, this man is a martial, he's a martial artist now, so this is nothing. So he ducks it, grabs Bakugo's arm, swings him around, and slams him on the ground. And Deku, he's not letting up. He stomps on his chest, and he stomps on his chest, picks him up, and throws him to the other side. And he gets in a fighting pose. So, and he looks at Uraka. He was like, he looks at Uraka. Then Deku, he punches a hole in the wall. He was like, go ahead and find a bomb. I'll deal with Bakugo here. And Bakugo and Deku are having a face off. And Bakugo, he blasts at Deku. Deku weaves, hits him with a quick 1-2, gut checks him, uppercuts him, grabs him on his arm, slam him on the wall. Basically, he just manhands with that guy. He just manhands him. He throws him to the outside again. And Bakugo, he was like, I'm tired of this. And I'm gonna say Bakugo, you know what I'm saying, with more malicious intent, because he was hoping for something like this to happen. I was saying he would fight Deku, so he did a little bit of modification to his little gauntlets. It's these little notches. It's like a little hole, like not a hole. It's like a little. It's basically, the pins that he has. It's like a little notch, and he can interlock it with the other pin on his other gauntlet. So he interlocks it. He pulls them. He pulls both of them at the same time, and Deku was like, "What the?" So Bakugo, he lets that jump grip, and All Might, he was like, All Might, he was like, Katsuki, don't do that, you'll kill him. And Bakugo, he's like, not if he dodges. So he lets it go, and before the explosion can hit him, Deku, he blows a hole through the wall. He jumps through it, reducing the damage he's taking, since it did go through the hole a little bit. So Bakugo, he's looking. He's not seeing Deku. He's like, where is he? Where is he? So he's looking around, and Deku, he pulls up right behind Bakugo, looking menacing. He just hits that man, like at the back of his head, completely knocking Bakugo out. He was like, he's done for. So he runs up. Uraka found the bomb. Uraka's like, what's the game plan? So Deku was like, I'll distract him, you get the bomb. So yeah. So they pop out, and Ida's like, whoa, I've already cleaned everything here, so you can't use your quirk here. And Uraka's like, well, I guess I'm useless here. And Deku was like, not entirely. Deku, he slams at the floor, just completely, just breaking the floor, but not breaking like the floor where the bomb is. So Deku, he grabs Uraraka and he just chucks her at the bomb. Well, chucks her near the bomb. And he's like, what is this? He's airborne and Uraraka, you know what I'm saying? She gets to the bomb, she touches it, and they're like the hero team wins. Yeah. So Momo going over there and shit. Obviously, Deku's the MVP because this and that, forth. So yeah, that's the end of it, and that is actually the end of this what if, because this is the hour long. Hopefully my audio works. Like if you want another part, well, I'm probably just drop another part regardless. Yeah. So that's the end of this. I'll talk to y'all or I'll message y'all later. Peace out.